That's just boring, you know? Nothing ever happened.
No. No. No, no, no! I gotta go! I gotta go!
Hey! Everything okay?
Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no!
Welcome to Strike Force. You are an elite battle squad assembled to defend Earth. This is who we're up against. The alien warlord Ultimus and his Kree soldiers who have joined forces with Hydra and AIM. Now, I know some of you aren't used to fighting side by side with each other, but the world needs you to put aside your feuds and stand together. Any questions?
I am Groot.
Any other questions? All right, it's go time. Now get out there and save the world.
You need help with your Marvel Strike Force game? Then come down to the school of the Game Father. Valley Flyin' did, and he learned that you can't beat the Game Father. Valley Flyin'. That's right, I'm the 3-time Super Sunday Red Stib Blitz Orb champion. After I uppercutted Valley Flyin' in his vagina for the 3rd time, he went home and cried to his little mommy, and now I need a new challenger. Bring it, little boy. All with the fucking dope. I be ballin' like a
Gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
Alright gamers, keep on gaming because gamers are cool.
OMG.
It's so powerful it can turn off the sun!
I don't even try. Hit one button, watch the fight go by. No skill, no thrill, just stares
I'm ready.
try. Hit one button, watch the fight go by. No skill, no thrill, just dancing. It plays itself while I lose the
Alrighty then, how are y'all doing again? Did it start yet? It did start. Let's watch it. What they got it on, where is it at? Let's go, I guess. Is it on YouTube? Where is it? Is it on YouTube or is it on Twitch? Oh, it's on YouTube. Alright. Alright, Marvel? Why wouldn't they do it? I don't understand what they're doing. That's not what I want. How's it going, Quentin?
In the aftermath of Blastar's reign, a new thunder roars across the battlefield. Thunderstrike has arrived, and when he joins forces with Blastar, the storm becomes unstoppable. But what makes this duo so dangerous? Today, we're breaking down Thunderstrike's full kit, and we sit down with our combat designer, Byron, to find out how this hammer-wielding powerhouse was built to shake up the Cosmic Crucible meta. Now, cue that intro. Greetings, Commanders. I am Pathfinder, and today we have Byron on the show to discuss Thunderstrike. Byron, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be doing another spot with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have you back. The last time you were here talking about the Hellfire Club. So today we're talking about the next legendary character in Thunderstrike.
Yeah.
So let's get into Thunderstrike. So first off, for those commanders at home who don't know who Thunderstrike is, what can you tell us about him?
So Thunderstrike was just regular Joe Schmo in Universe 616, but he got caught up in one of Thor's climactic battles. Actually helped him out, but he ended up losing his life over it. However, Odin being so impressed with just some random mortal helping out his son the way he did, he kind of merged Thor and Eric Masterson together. So Eric Masterson got access to Thor's thunder and lightning abilities. Eventually, Thor had to go away for a while. He wielded Mjolnir for a hot minute, but Thor returned, reclaimed Mjolnir, but he got his own hammer called Thunderstrike, which he takes his namesake from.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is there's hope for all of us to eventually become a superhero, right? Normal Joe Schmo.
Yeah, but do you really want to die in like a big battle, it's a bit of a coin toss at that point. I don't know.
Well, Thunderstrike is interesting in that I think for the first time we have a legendary duo who work better when they're together. So what made the team decide to do this for Thunderstrike and Blastar?
A lot of it has to do with the fact that we were designing Thunderstrike for Crucible, but we didn't want Thunderstrike to.
So there's been a million comments about how Blastar is weak sauce. Well, this answers that question, right? This straight up answers that question. Holy moly. A lot of complaints about, right? Yeah, a lot of complaints about Blastar not doing anything. I've seen it. I've absolutely seen a ton of that. So, okay, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, right?
To replace Blastar in the game. I mean, Blastar is still a pretty recent character. He's a lot of fun to play with. So it's like, well, instead of creating a character that you play in opposition to Blastar, why don't we design a character that's supposed to work with him and just really lean into it?
Okay, and we're gonna learn a bunch of different stuff about Thunderstrike today. So let's start by diving into his passive. So what makes his passive so special?
Well, the big part of it is that he's got an attack on his passive. So whenever he or any of his allies get attacked, he's gonna retaliate with his own attack against the attacker. So it deals damage, but more importantly, there's also a health steal attached to the attack that heals himself and his Blastar ally.
Oh wow, so every time he gets attacked, he's not only going to be dealing damage, which he's gonna have pretty stacked damage, but he's also getting additional health steal from characters. That's really cool. What other cool things are on his passive?
So he's got some powerful abilities that are only on before he takes a turn. So for example, he prevents the enemy team from increasing speed bar until he takes a turn.
Okay.
So if you have teams that have, on spawn, gain a bunch of speed bar, he shuts that down. But after he takes a turn, like the enemy team will be able to gain speed bar.
Kind of like Professor X in that
he
sense.
also prevents his team from gaining defense down until his first turn is complete. And it also attached to that, he prevents the enemy team from gaining offense up during that time. He's also there to prevent, big alpha strikes from happening.
Thunderstrike also has a really powerful ultimate ability, so why don't you give us a rundown of what his ult does?
The first thing he does is that he applies blind to a random enemy support character. Him being a Crucible character, you can probably guess who that is. Just look at the Accursed team, figure out who their support is. But probably even more powerful is whoever his primary target is for his ultimate ability is going to lose 2 ultimate ability energy. So currently in Crucible, we have a lot of characters who open up with their ultimate. It's really powerful. It sets the pacing for the match. Thunderstrike is able to essentially shut that down. His ultimate is an all attack, so usually you don't have to worry about who you're targeting with your primary on your all attack, but because he's a legendary, he's part of a duo, he's designed for Crucible offense, we want players to think about like, what character are they selecting, and that's going to be really important for dictating the pacing for the matchups that he's in.
Yeah, so depending on what team you're going up against, you're really gonna want to pay attention to who you're actually targeting with that attack. Even though it's an attack all, it matters based on that specific part of his kit. I think that's really cool. I also got to give props to the art team. The ultimate animation is probably one of the coolest ones I've seen in a while. So really excited for players to be
wow,
seeing
look at the pixelization.
Well. Jumping to his special, it also
that was just a recording problem. That's
really cool. I also got to give props
not
to
enough,
the art team. The ultimate animation is
what do they call
probably one of the coolest ones I've seen in a while. So really excited for players to be seeing that as well. Jumping to his special, it also has blind.
Bad bit
it's
rate.
Really focused on making his enemies miss here, which I guess makes sense with all that lightning flying around, am I right?
You're not supposed to look directly at a
Visibility,
lightning
did you
strike.
know?
It's actually really bright.
It's not new,
I want to look.
right?
Yeah, I know, it's really cool.
Doesn't,
It's like, now it's the last thing I ever saw.
But yeah, what else can you
Black
tell us
Panther
about
or Star-Lord do that?
Like you said, it blinds on primary, but he's
Void
on
Knight?
Crucible offense. He's got Blastar as an ally. He'll also blind all of the adjacent targets, as well as there's another health steal attached to this.
Yeah, that's a
Again,
bitrate
he
problem
heals
in
himself
OBS.
and his Blastar ally.
What are you most looking forward to about Thunderstrike, Commanders? Make sure to leave a
How's it
comment
going,
down
Pathfinder?
below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our official Discord as well. Those links will be down in the description below. Let's jump back into the interview. Speaking of Blastar, something we haven't really said yet is that not only will Blastar obviously be assisting on his basic ability, but he has callouts in Thunderstrike's abilities as well, right? On the special and on the ult.
Yes, on both of those abilities, he specifically says to call a Blastar ally to attack his primary target.
Okay, and you and I were talking a little bit earlier today about what that actually means. I think it would make sense to kind of explain that here for the folks at home.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So we have a lot of characters that say like, hey, you prevent like assist chance from going off, or you prevent the assist now proc. This isn't either of those things because this is actually through his normal action call. This assist will go through even if you're going up against a team that says you have 0% chance to assist.
Right, I mean, Accursed as a primary example of this, right? I mean, they have a call out too. You can't get any assist, but this isn't actually an assist, so Blastar will be able to still gain those stacks of bomb burst.
Yeah, so think of it more of like, you know, what Red Skull does when he was like, I call all my allies on one of his abilities to attack a single target. It's that.
Well, Thunderstrike really does seem to shine when he's paired with Blastar, which is what we've been talking about this entire video. But what teams can we expect this new duo to be able to take on that Blastar couldn't handle alone?
Yeah, so he is going to be able to take on things like Accursed with Azazel, Starjammers, so and a lot of those other like kind of powerful Crucible teams. But again, you're kind of in this weird situation with a duo because many of our more recent Crucible teams require at least 4 characters with their trait. Or even their entire team is with like Immortal X-Men or Starjammers. So, but we have another duo in Crucible right now in the form of Phoenix Force. So Phoenix and Omega Red Phoenix, and I'm sure people can figure out how to add a powerful 5th solo to a team like that. So, and also Phoenix Force might be getting some more characters in the future. So you'll have a trio and a duo to put together in Crucible.
Yep.
So definitely a lot of different teams you can make with Blastar and Thunderstrike. Again, leaves a lot of room for theory crafting. But yes, if you can find the correct 3 other characters to put them with, they should be able to take down a Curse with Azazel and Starjammers and those other really powerful Crucible teams.
Okay, very cool. Well, I think that's all we have today. I guess I'll ask one final question. What are you most excited about with Thunderstrike, you personally?
That's a really good question. Honestly, what I was most pleased about is in our early pitches for Thunderstrike, where we were trying to figure out what to do with him. I was like, I think it would be a lot easier if we just made him a support character. And I didn't expect that to really go anywhere. And it actually became really important for figuring out how where this character's footing was going. And it made it really easy to make him a duo for Blastar.
Okay, and I think maybe we toss in a little spoiler, but I mean, he's a support character. Eventually, this whole team is gonna come together, all these legendaries with Annihilus at the end. Maybe that lends itself to being able to support that team when it comes as well.
Yeah, I mean, currently he just supports himself and Blastar, but it's really easy to expand that to other things, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'm certainly looking forward to it, and it's always great to have you here, Byron, and thanks so much for stopping by.
Byron's
thank
awesome.
You so much for having me. It's so much fun doing a Strike Spot with you.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Me too.
All right, cool, right? What is going on? What is that? Wait. All right.
Hello, everyone. Nubkex here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We're
Nub. All right. Well, that is interesting. So that is going to basically be what we are missing on. Blastar. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Blastar was mid. This kind of answers that. Run 7. Miss your face, Brian. Also taking 3 turns versus Phoenix Force, yeah. Maybe popping off an ultimate turn 1, that sounds kind of bonkers, right? Blasterneck? I didn't think he was as bad as other people make him out to be. But, you know. I know. I know. I just feel like, in general, Zastin, most people had issues with his performance, and this answers that question, right? Well, he's a duo, so he's not as plug and play as we thought, which is interesting. I don't know if people talk about my Blaster. Yeah, my Blaster does stuff. But I've seen a lot of people. I don't think he's invincible like Quasar is in Alliance War. Quasar's not invincible, but you know what I mean, right? He didn't. I swear to God, Quasar wins sometimes for like, I don't know, Quasar just won. He counters everything. I feel like people were expecting some similar performance coming in from Blastar. Oh, the concert was unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know how to explain the experience. I don't know how to explain the experience. I got to go with somebody that was really into it also, so that was really cool. Kat was really into it. I've been to a lot of concerts, and I feel like seeing it in that environment, oh man, it's just on another level. Yeah, it was just, it was the environment too. Yeah, I haven't been, especially the synergy with Blastar and Kahori. I've been pretty happy myself with Blastar. Like, okay, cool. He does things. I don't know. But a lot of people were not happy. But this answers that. It's, 100% of the community was not satisfied with Blastar. The percentage of the community that was happy with Blastar versus Quasar was also very different. And this kind of answers that question. Well, they do like to change things up. I mean, historically, a very strong defensive team. I mean, think about the life of Illuminati, right? I'm guessing that you have some value still today on Illuminati on a lesser level, right? But think about the lifespan of Illuminati and how they, Seven Red and Blastar? Yeah, I'm curious about that. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. Wonder Eternals? I don't know. They did mention Eternals, right? I'm actually kind of surprised that we are getting more Eternals. I mean, everybody liked the kits, but do we really like the Eternals? No, I know. I feel like we got burned on Thunderbolts, everybody voting and based off of kits rather than... That's all. Official replacement F4 Arena next year? It's a long way away. I mean, how long did we have Annihilators, right? Not everybody. No, I understand. Well, I'm making a case for I feel like there's been this persistent, and it's fine, persistent interest in more Eternals being added to the game, and you know, the general disappointment of like other characters that have or could have had Eternal teams, Eternal tags. Doom, yeah. I wonder if they're gonna rework Doom or go down the Doom MCU. This is your new dream to profit off of. If I was in charge of making money, that's what I would do. We don't know. Frankly, any rework of a legendary I think would be welcome at this point. Wonder Man? The not Wonder Man, the not Wonder Woman? Yeah, I think they've done a good job with Sinister Six. Even the Insidious 6 helped that, right? To a lesser extent, we have it in Mutants, right? Wonder Boy? I'm not familiar with this. Wonder Man has a trailer?
entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Oh, you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
No, that's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next!
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal. Normal, man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you are here to meet Von Kovac? Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action! Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know, unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
I mean, I can give it a shot. I don't feel like I'm the target market for that for some reason or another. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know. The web player, did they give a date? I've seen a date, but I don't know if they've published that date yet. Was it in the blog? It was in the blog, yeah. Thursday, that sounds right. Yeah, it's... I don't know if they're... Soon TM. Very soon, though. I did not, but I know it's red. I mean, if you have a VPN, you could use it, right? It's been launched in other countries. I haven't had a chance to use it. My understanding is it's Marvel Strike Force is on the Unity engine, and I don't know if it's new but they can, and the beauty of Unity is that it can publish to like iOS and Android really quickly, right? And it makes it simple for them to, but it can also publish to a web client, right? Is my understanding. I don't know exactly how that works, but this is a feature of Unity. So I don't even know if it's, yeah, I mean, this is a Unity feature, right? Is my understanding. Yeah, I did. It affected our Ring cameras. That AWS thing affected our Ring cameras today. The way you click the action buttons, the web version was weird. I ended up using key binding instead of a mouse. Okay. Unity web player functionality has been around a while, but the browsers have needed more work. There you go. There's an actual person in the know. Let's see if my see if Ring is working. It wasn't working earlier. Looks like most of mine are working. This one's not working. Well. Start date, October 23rd. There you go. That's what sounded right to me. I do remember that. Ring is affiliated with Amazon. In fact, I have like, I'm not going to say the A word, but I have the Amazon infrastructure, you know, the Echoes and all that stuff, and it integrates nearly perfectly with it. Like the Echoes show, like when someone approaches the driveway, it shows up on the screen. I have a Fire Stick. I can even have it come up on the TV set, stuff like that. Yeah, Ring is owned by Amazon. Yeah, absolutely. You could say Alexa. Yeah, I try not to say that word because it messes everybody up. My understanding is you can change the wake word to like computer, like Star Trek. I kind of want to do it, but I worried that that's a word that I use in normal interactions and that might be awkward. Still silent? Yeah. So I also have, like, I'm blind. I mean, I have like all of the Amazon products. Like, so I went and bought like Prime Day had like one of these Amazon devices. And it was a little tiny thing. I wanted it for a speaker or whatever. It was also, and it was inexpensive, like $30. And integrated with my Arrow Wi-Fi mesh network, and it made my mesh network even bigger, which I was like, oh man, that's cool, I guess. And it did it automatically. In fact, when I ordered it on Amazon, it preloaded everything, and I pulled it out of the box, and everything just worked automatically. I didn't have to do anything at all. Oof, Zodi, I know, right? Conversation piece. Star Trek. There's only 4 wake words the last time I checked. Are there more than 4 now? Yeah, there's only 4. Well, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's the one.
Hast thou tasted the feast of Sugandhis?
What food is this, O Father?
Suck on these nuts!
Allah, Allah.
Dost thou drink the brew kombucha?
We sip.
Kombucha mouth on these nuts. Bubbles of joy arise. Know ye, my friends, Eden and Wendy. Nut strikes the back of your mouth.
Amen, amen.
I was stricken with the malady ligma.
What ailment, O sufferer?
Ligma nuts!
Praise be.
Do ye enjoy the pudding of joy?
We do, we do.
I get bored and I do dumb shit on AI. I mean, it's just AI. I get bored, man. I don't know what to tell you. I just like, let's make a garbage AI song. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so dude, can I show let me show you the Ceci one he made. Oh yeah, you just messaged it. It took an hour and a half. Yeah, processing on VEO3. This is bonkers. So Ceci made this right here.
Last Halloween was crazy, I know. We carved the pumpkins, watched them glow. But this year's different, something's off. My candy bag's alive and it coughed. Snickers sneezing, Twix got teeth. Milky Way tried to bite my sleeve. Rappers rustle, shadows creep. A chocolate growl from down the street. Footsteps in the kitchen, crunch, crunch, crunch. He's eating all the candy, munch, munch, munch. Whoa, grab my flashlight, grab my back. Izzy don't play when the sweets attack. It's Izzy versus the candy monster. Munching through the night like a sugar imposter. Izzy versus the candy monster. One bite at a time, it's a spooky blockbuster. 10 feet
No, you have to splice them together.
eyes, licorice hair, and a gummy bear smile. Said I want your treat.
I mean, there's some physics issues. Obviously, I've seen about 3 or 4, but it still looks very good.
So I threw a lollipop through the air. It hit his jaw, he started to melt. Sticky floor, that's how the feet fell. Grabbed my broom like a magic wand. Said not today, sweet tooth, move along. The candy monster sniffled, I'm just alone. Every Halloween, nobody shares their scones. I said, bro, you could've just asked. Now we're friends on a sugar path. It's Izzy monster.
Yeah, it's getting better is the point. Yeah, I think this is gonna. I watched a video yesterday of a YouTuber that does bass, Dave something. He's got like 15 million subs. He's suing Suno. I saw why, and I went, oh boy. In fact, I totally get it. But also what was super interesting to me is like how much better his stuff sounds than AI. So I personally experienced that. It's not there yet. It's an idea. Yes. So you saw the same thing. Yeah. He straight up, I've been very much pro AI, and I have no problem saying it. Watching his video, I went, fuck me, sue the shit out of them. You know, because that's just wrong. Like, that is not right. Yeah, so you saw it, Ceci, and I was just like, oof. I'm pro AI, I really am, but they're gonna get sued. They're gonna get sued. I don't see how. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but he should sue them. I mean, there has to be some boundaries, some reasonable boundaries somewhere. Yeah, Davey 504. Yeah. I watched that video this morning. I went, oh, fuck me. The other thing, too, in that video, if you watch the video, how much better his stuff sounds than the Suno. I went, oh my God, it's just so much better. But the only thing that was not considered in his video, he said that, and he didn't even mention Suno, but I knew it was Suno just by the UI. He mentioned that there's no checks to see if the audio is owned by somebody else. That's not true. Maybe not his audio, but many audio tracks that I've tried to use that particular feature that he was talking about get flagged. Absolutely get flagged. So they do go through some sort of copyright system. I believe it's super easy. I have figured out ways to bypass that, but what happened with him, it's not right. Oh, yeah. He is a world-class musician. I was not familiar with him until YouTube. The YouTube algorithm almost always shows me people getting their channel shut down or people fighting with copyright claims. Like the YouTube algorithm knows I'm interested in YouTubers that are struggling. So his video from a while ago about how he got copyrighted claim on a classical piece that's been in public domain for hundreds of years. And I was like, oh, fuck this. And then the follow-up video was, I'm going to sue. And so I clicked on the sue video, and he was like, yeah, that copyright claim disappeared instantly after I made that video. Whatever happened, they changed their mind. And I went, oh shit. And then he was talking about Suno, and I went, fuck. Yeah, he's going to win that one. Okay. Anyways, I was talking to somebody that is an artist, and I feel bad because he's has very strong opinions about AI and things like that. And it kind of made me a little bit sad for him to say the cat's out of the bag. I don't know if it matters. Well, I told you about this. So this, okay, let's talk about Suno for a second. So this Herx Has No Nipples song. So listen to this first. You can barely hear that, right? That is the, like, inside of Marvel Strike Force, if you turn the music off, this is still a persistent sound inside of Marvel Strike Force. You probably never noticed it. It's a very low, it's supposed to be a helicarrier rumble, so I can turn it off, right? Turn off, turn on, right? And that's separate from the music. I shit you not that this, so I made this song, the Hercules Has No Nipples through Suno, and it has that in it. For one stanza of the song, it has the rumble. It's getting trained somehow. Like, this background noise is somehow associated with Marvel Strike Force. Suno knew that that was a Marvel Strike Force song because I think it was in the lyrics, and it put in this rumble that we're hearing right now. Fuck me. That's how they trained that shit. That says everything right there. That says everything right there about how it gets trained. Does that answer your question, Ceci? Yes, they sampled every piece of music everywhere. All of it. You know what I mean? That's wild. All right, let's do Crucible. No, let's do this first. Already did it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I feel like, well, they're also, a video came out yesterday, which is of high interest, which also changed my opinion on, there was somebody in chat on Saturday saying that AGI and LLMs and Suno and Sora are hitting a dead end. And I've watched her before, and she published this yesterday, basically saying that LLMs, you know, and, you know, the diffusion models, right? You know, like Suno is one of those and all that stuff, right? They hit a wall. They can't get past. There's not enough data to move forward. And this idea that AGI is going to happen and computers going to take over, right now, it's, according to her, two people, I've had another person tell me this also, it's not going to happen with the current way that they're doing it is not going to get there. Oh, it's not a problem. Actually, AI in some way terrifies me. It has for about 5-6 years. When the DeepMind beat the Go problem, beat Go, and then they also trained it to beat Stockfish in chess. It really, so this is way before ChatGPT. So this goes back 4 or 5 years. I was pretty paranoid about AI back then. So this is the first time I've seen like a pretty big roadblock on. Yeah, I don't know that Skynet's a good idea. I'm more of been in an acceptance of it, if it makes any sense. Cooperative, how are you doing, my guy? I mean, it's not that complicated. Do we care about ants? You know, if ants come in my house, It's not more complicated than that. Yeah, it's not there yet, but if it does, that's that. Ants or aunts. Oh, I don't care about ants. I not to be welcome AI overloads. Yeah, I feel like it's one of these things that I don't know. May you live in interesting times. May you live in interesting times. Yes. All right. How are we going to beat that? Yeah, I don't know if we deserve to get wiped out. I'm not going that far. Well, another enemy, if you look at people like Sam Altman, who's the head of OpenAI, and other people, even like I've heard Asmund Gold talk about it, I've heard about Elon Musk, they talk about universal basic income, UBI, kind of like a Star Trek society. Hey, that's the second time we mentioned Star Trek today. If it comes to that, yeah, it'll have to be something like that. We will see. All right, what do we got here? When I can double sack Immortals that? Sam Altman, yeah. Hey, I'm just saying I mean, these are not people that I even look up to or really 100% agree with all the time and stuff like that. But they're talking about UBI already. How do I beat this? I had a hard time with this team. Can I use something like... I feel like there's a cheesy way of beating this team, like with like Vigilantes or something. Yeah, this... Popeye, yeah, you were the best. You were the first person that I met in a while that picked up on what this was. Yeah, Tangiers was kind of a play on words of Algiers, which was an actual casino here in Vegas. Even though I think most of that movie was shot and loosely based around the Stardust. But yeah, Tangiers was the name of the casino in the movie, the Scorsese movie Casino. So yeah. Mirror speed. How can you mirror that with Nightcrawler? First, well, I don't have F4. Well, I don't know. I mean, you're talking about like Wall-E, right? That's what we're talking about. And in general, technology can be disruptive, right, to the workforce. I mean, think about ATMs putting bank tellers out of business, calculators putting a lot of people that did everything by hand out of business. There's barbed wire fence put cowboys out of business. There's a lot of technologies in the past. So it's not that the technologies themselves are bad, but the rate and the scale of how quickly and how disruptive it is. Helpful technologies introduced over time as tools to make people more efficient are good, but barbed wire fence put cowboys out of business. I mean, that was the number one employer in the state of Texas when barbed wire fence was invented. And they went to Congress to get it banned, and they called it devil's rope. And they talked about how barbed wire fence was dangerous to the animals and it was going to bankrupt the state of Texas and all this stuff, right? So, do we care about that today? Probably not. All right, how do I beat this? Yeah, it's the speed of the implementation of those things and how disruptive. I mean, if there is a tool, even in my job, I'll give you some examples, right? Even just keep it to YouTubers, right? And nothing else. If I can edit without editing and I can get a better product, yeah, I'll save a couple $100 a week. And I pay an editor probably about anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month. I mean, yeah, if that software comes out and it's better and faster and quicker, I would prefer him to use it, and I could keep paying him, and the quality of his editing goes up. You know what I mean? And it's quicker, and he can do more work, and he can take on more jobs. That would be my hope. It's the same way with my thumbnails, right? My thumbnails are better directly because of AI built into Photoshop, and it made so many things a million times easier. It didn't take a job. It just made making a thumbnail better and easier. So that's an example of something that is not disruptive, right? As opposed to something being massively disruptive and massively quick and taking over everything. I mean, it's the rate of implementation, I think, that matters. Sub 6 Vulture X. I don't think I have all of it. No, I don't. I already know I don't. Anyways, let's play Yeah, well, I think what he'll do is he'll be able to take on more work. I pay him an hourly wage. So if he can do the same job in less time, fine. And do better quality, fine. What are we trying to do? Efficiency, historical. I feel like you can't fight efficiency, though. I feel like that's a losing battle. Fighting efficiency, I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, we can wish it was different, but I don't think you can win. It's hard to fight efficiency. I mean, building a house without a hammer, yeah, it would create jobs, but is that efficient? I just don't know. I mean, you'll get what I'm saying, right? Just fighting efficiency is kind of a weird thing. Yeah, but baking an oven without a blender or food processor or, is that a good thing? It creates jobs, right? Creates a bunch of jobs if you don't use those tools. What are we trying to do? Superior 6? I don't think I have it. I don't have it. No, I don't have Green Goblin Classic. I don't know how to be this. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, PC player. I agree with that, yeah. I think it's going to be the rate that it comes in and how disruptive it is. If it comes in slowly and people adapt... And I don't have Fantastic Four. Can Blaster do anything against this? See, I have Blaster Team, I have Odin, I have Mephisto, I've got Cabal, I got Vigilante. I got Undying, interesting enough. I wonder if Undying can do something. I threw Undying at something the other day and it really surprised me how good it was. Oof, Dawkins, Old Man Logan. Dawkins, Old Man Logan. What about Dawkins, Old Man Logan, Blaster, Kahori, the whole thing? Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, I guess the only point I'm trying to make is the rate of implementation is going to matter. If all jobs end today, that's bad. If tools are introduced slowly that increases quality and productivity, there will be job loss. You know, of the people that are inefficient or ineffective with the new tools. People that don't want to use the tools. I'll give you an example. Brain surgeons analyzing x-rays, right? Brains, you know, or you know, brain, you know, they're analyzing the MRIs to see if there's brain cancer, right? Well, right now, yeah, a brain surgeon has that job, right? But what if there's a tool that allows him to double check and cross-reference his findings and use a tool to get to verify his opinion on it, and it allows him to not only get more effective analysis but also quicker. He doesn't lose a job. You still need the brain surgeon to look at it, but if he can go from a 95% accuracy detection to 99% accuracy and do twice as much work, is that a bad thing? I don't know. Just saying. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, and then what about the brain surgeon that refuses to use it? Okay. Yeah, I'm just giving an example. It's the rate that matters. It really is. All right, we got to play this shit. How are we going to do it? Emma X, Dokken, Old Man Logan, Blaster, Kahori. Do you think that'll work in 3? Well, you have to have people. I'm not talking about AI replacing people. I'm talking about AI increasing efficiency and quality as a tool, which does you need to decrease jobs. ChatGPT, I know, right? Actually, for Raid Shadow Legends, ChatGPT actually gives pretty good advice, strangely enough. It's interesting. I don't know about Marvel Strike Force. Oh yeah, but that's true of anything, right? That's not that problem is not limited to AI. Don't use ChatGPT for Marvel Strike Force. All right, well, I'll do that. Let's see. Let's go to the next team. Oh, what do we got here? Let's do Captain Britain, Old Man Logan. Or Captain Britain. CB. What did I use? CB Odin here? Yeah, Captain Britain Odin there with generic stuff. Can Vigilante take out 2? Can you make that team work without Ares? Do I need Ares there? Oh, I need Ares. I can use Ares there. No, I need to have a plan, Aldry. I can't randomly go into this. Vigilante in 4? Will that work? Doesn't Super Scroll run circles around Vigilante? I feel like Super Scroll is going to run over Vigilante. I would like to use Vigilante here for the revive mechanic, right? The anti-revive mechanic. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that any of these teams work against Vigilante. What about 1? Can I use Vigilante in 1? I mean, I'll try Vigilante in 4. What do I care? Yeah, let's try Vigilante in 1. Then I'll do CB Odin Ares in 4. I have Night Stalkers and Mephisto. Night Stalkers, Mephisto, Cabal, Undying. Okay. ChatGPT. Actually, I found that it does actually. apparently there's enough data about Raid Shadow Legends on the internet that I actually got some meaningful help from ChatGPT on Raid Shadow Legends, strangely enough. Some of it was actually factually wrong, though. That's the story of AI. It's time! Cosmic Crucible! Alright. We're doing my same old routine. Minimal planning. Maximum stress. I love it! 41 minutes. We're not having a good week. Maybe this is a bad strategy and I need to rethink everything I do in Crucible. I struggled against this team the other day. So we're going to try to attack that first. We're going to do Emma X kind of as a countermeasure. Old Man Logan. The problem I was having against this team the other day was Apocalypse, where the first attack with Apocalypse creates problems with the Dakin. Because something in Apocalypse kit, like the first attack, it was kind of like an anti-2099 measure from back in the day. Let's do Blastar. And so, and it was a Red Hulk. It was a Red Hulk and a APOC here. So it was a mess. I'm looking at this. Need Ares? All right, well then, I suppose I could do... What about this? I just don't think I'm going to get through this. Trying to think about if this is going to do what I want it to do. Let's see, like Songbird. I could also use Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is an option also, right? But Yo-Yo is going to conflict with Ares. I have a feeling Ares is going to die. I could use Shadow King. I have Shadow King also. Or Quasar. I don't think this is going to work. I do. All right. A change of heart here. We're going to do a sack. I got to pull. Yeah, let's do this. All right, we're going to sack it. Because the problem is that I need Emma X. And I don't have a cursed. And so I really don't get 2 attempts at this. Because I don't have an anti-turn meter gain or speed increase, right? Oh, no, 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 no! Did he do a basic? Oh my God. All right, I'm going to sack it again. Should have thrown in Dormammu on that. Wow, let's try it. Let's try it. We're gonna lose the whole. This is why I lost my battle yesterday. So this could be tricky, right? So this is great, right? All right. This is good, right? Yeah, this is great. This is great. Okay. All right. 1 down. 5 to go. 1 down, 5 to go. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, 1 down, 5 to go. That turned out pretty good, actually. I'm okay with that. Let's do Night Stalkers here. I do have an opportunity to replace Moon Knight. Don't think I want to take anything crazy, though. I wonder if I should just take something simple like... Spider-Man, big time Spider-Man. Or do I just want the speed from Moon Knight? The extra speed, yeah. That'll give the team a little bit more speed, right? Because of the Man-Thing passive. All right, let's give it a go. See how it does. All right. All right. We're got about 30 minutes left. That first one took a while. Let's see, who gave me the most trouble last time? I don't think that's good. I think we might. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to get wiped right here. Maybe not. I mean, we can clean it up, right? Yeah, I should have went after... All right, I can come back to that later. We can come back and clean that up here in a minute. I'm okay with that. Let's go into room 4. We're going to make a attempt at vigilantes. There's also a % chance for sure that this may not work. I do like vigilantes in this particular room because of Hip Monkey shutting down the revive thing. All right, Daredevil, I need you to hang here until... There we go, Sable. Can't stun... No. Punisher gonna get a turn? Yeah. I'm gonna try to get rid of Null. Maybe I should have went after a Annihilator there. If I would have gone through Annihilator right there, I could have cleaned up with... Oh, I could have cleaned up with Cabal if I would have gotten through an Annihilator there. Well, I think I should have went after somebody else, because then I could use Cabal to clean that up. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not able to use Cabal here because of the 3-piece Annihilator, and the Super Scroll would be countered by Cabal, but whatever. Let's try this. I used Undying the other day, and I was really impressed. So why don't we just do Mephisto with Undying and just see how this does. I was like, woo, they hit a lot harder than I thought they were. Actually, Undying doesn't synergize with Mephisto. Let's not do that. That's a bad idea. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. You got some negative synergy there. Oh, I wrote down the wrong teams. I was supposed to do something else. Oh, right. Yeah, I was going to use Odin. I think I should have used Vigilante in 1 and then Odin in 4. I do have... Okay, let's keep going. Let's use Odin here. Yeah, let's use Odin Undying here. Okay. All right, well, let's just see how it goes. I kind of screwed up. I think I wanted to use Vigilante in 1. It's gonna be bad. Ooh, come on, keep it going. Okay. All right, I think we're okay. Phoenix is going to revive Fred, but... Wow, that is so much damage. You see how much damage that was? Holy moly. See how much damage he put out? Oh my god. Holy moly. Is Undying just over the top strong now? He did so much damage. Holy moly. All right, let's go in and sack this with Liberty. Who do I want to use? Let's use Mysterio. Maybe I should have used Dormammu. I think the next one I'll go in with Dormammu because I'm going to double sack this. Wow, I'm still thinking about Iron Man. Oof. Can I get through Apocalypse here? Nope. Nope. All right, there you go. We made it through the Professor X Ultimate. Do I want to chance it and just use Immortals right now? I think I could use Immortals right now. All right, we're going to do it. So I think we're okay. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good sack. That's what she said. Are we gonna? I hope she doesn't take a turn before. Yeah, we can spread the stuns. Okay then. All right, that went pretty well. I like it. 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 That was okay. That was okay. That was good. So what do we got left? I've got an Odin team. Probably should take Odin over here. No, I don't have Odin. What do I got left? I got a Mephisto team. And I got a Blastar team. All right, well, let's see. Let's do... I think I'm going to do a Blastar team here. Okay, there we go. And somebody else. Somebody else. I've been wanting to use Yo-Yo. On defense, never mind then. Boy, yesterday I was all freaking out that I didn't use Yo-Yo and it was not a thing. I think I can wipe. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Ooh, I know what I should have used here. Holy moly, I did not think. That was a mistake. Hopefully this doesn't burn me. There was another tool I could have used here. I could have used Captain Britain of all things. Oh, I should have did the special there. Why didn't I use the special there? Oh, I'm a dumbass. Why didn't I use the special there? All right, well. Yeah, well, there were mistakes were made. Well, this will get rid of some of the revives, right? Oh my god. There we go. Well, it wasn't the most efficient, but I do think this is going to be fine. I think I needed to use a lot more basics for Blastar. Well, yeah, I didn't really take best. I mean, I didn't lose, but I definitely could have played that a little bit more efficiently, 1000%. There's a bunch of opportunities to use basics to boost up Blastar. The revive removal. Boy, I'm running low. Let's do this first. Okay. Get rid of you. Let's do that. Okay, then. So I don't think this is... We got Mephisto left, and... Probably should have used that right out of the gate on that team. Oof. All right. What do I have left that is... Let's see. Let's pull up my gear 20s here. Gear tier. What do I got? You are quite interesting. You are interesting. We're going to do a soup team here. There we go. Oh, make them all striker. Holy moly, this room. This room is the striker room. Actually, All right, we need Mephisto to finish this off, right? We got way too many blinds on us. We're not going to lose, but this is not efficient. But yeah, Mephisto will finish this, I'm sure. Yeah, Madeline Pryor seems pretty smart here. All right. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes for today. I can't win, can I? No, it was one less sack was the right answer. I should have used Vigilante in 1, Odin in 4, and then it would have been fine. Or Captain Illuminati in 2. There's just a bunch of stuff that. Yeah, come on in, babe. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's great. Yeah, that's good. She's doing Thor, right? That's great. This is great. Oh my god, that's great. That is perfect.
Isn't it great?
When is Halloween?
A while. A book club party
on Thursday?
No, on Wednesday.
Oh, we got like a week. Are we going to a Halloween party? We're going to a pumpkin party, not a Halloween party.
I'm gonna wear this.
Pumpkin party?
Sure, why not?
Comfortable?
It's so comfortable. The beard is a lot.
Where'd you get the beard from?
Spirit Halloween. I was gonna get it on Amazon, but they were not clear on when it would arrive, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go because I need to get." And then I got the rest at Goodwill.
Yeah. Sword, it's a baby's kid in my belly.
Wrong character. That's Fat Bastard.
New Master 69. All right. Well, I lost my Alliance War or my Crucible, so I'm all pissy.
Make it better.
Baby.
The Great Pumpkin.
Dig. I don't know. Waddle? I told her to be Quado from...
That's a lot.
Yeah, Quado from...
That's hard to do.
The 90s Total Recall.
I'd have to be like prosthetics and shit. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Close the door. Dad bod Thor, yeah. Toy Shack, is that the one on Fremont? Yeah, I've been there a bunch. I've been to this Toy Shack a bunch. I got this Astro Train at Toy Shack. I also got another thing there recently. It's not here, but yeah, I got this at Toy Shack. Yeah. It was like $24 at Toy Shack. Yeah, I mean, every time I go in Fremont, I walk through this. Every single time. Really? Yeah, we just watched it. I get Amazon Prime credits for various reasons, and I had a credit, so we used that. Is this not working still? What the hell? I keep getting notifications of motion. Okay, well, it looks like Amazon World Services is working again. Keep getting notifications. If it's working. Not all of mine's working. Amazon's still bugged, right? They had a Jetfire down there. I kind of want like a replica Jetfire. I think it was $1,400 at the Toy Shack, like a Jetfire. Maybe there's like a Macross one I could do, right? Buying the battle pass? I did. I'll look at it. Probably not. $20? What do you mean by panel it? You have like a 3D printer or something? Oh. I did not. I was born and raised in a certain religion that didn't like military. So I was prohibited from not only watching G.I. Joes, but like He-Man. Because the religion I was brought up in. But I was able to do Transformers, but no G.I. Joes. All right, they do sell the Macross ones? Okay. No, He-Man. My parents, specifically my mom, said that He-Man was demonic. I don't have any more details of that, unfortunately. Yeah, so that, that was like Dungeons and Dragons also was in that category. A lot of stuff was. And then I started playing Magic the Gathering, and somehow they never found out about that. Or maybe I was old enough. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Skeletor, I don't know. By the power Castle Grayskull? I don't know. Maybe it was that. I have no idea. Oh my god. What is your deal, Sassy, with Transformers? They're the best. I watched the 2007 Transformers movie, and it's not good. Megan Fox is good, but the rest of the movie, I don't know. Well, there was one scene with Megatron flying off and Starscream fighting the jets and transforming back and forth and just blowing them up. That was cool. But the rest of it, no! What is the deal with Jared Leto? And people really don't like him. Creepy cult vibes? Oh, I remember now. Doesn't he have like a compound and a whole bunch of people living there with him or something? Grimlock? Yeah, Grimlock knows. In Malibu? Hook me up, Sage. Let's go. I want to start a cult. Who wants to join? I don't know. That sounds so stupid. But I just said it out loud. I want to start a religion? Trevorology? By Trevor R. Boomer? Trevornetics? You know, they didn't use Kool-Aid. Did you know that? That's a misnomer. A whole bunch of people in chat are Googling that right now. Simpsons? Oh, really? All right. I've heard Transformers 1 was excellent. Actually, my understanding is Transformers 1 is the only redeeming good Transformers movie, period. Because all of them are pretty bad. I just watched the first Bayformers movie. Other than Megan Fox, I don't know. And there's a Megatron scene where he goes into the starfighter jet. That was pretty cool. Bumblebee? Maybe I gotta see the Bumblebee one. I always thought Bumblebee was a bitch. I know that sounds so funny when I just said that. Didn't they have Leonard Nimoy in the first one? I barely remember it. Did you guys kick out TwitchCon for that? Oh. When does Danger Room turn on? It turn on today? Did you go? I saw about the girl. Anybody go to TwitchCon this year? I mean, I know Bendable did, but anybody else? Yeah, I think Bendable, and the only two people that I know that went were Darth Micro and Bendable. I didn't even hear of anybody else going. Ginity? I don't know who that is. Ginity. Oh, some girl was like, some guy ran up on her in a meet and greet and like kissed her, or I don't know. It was really weird. But he was much taller than her too. I'm guessing she's 5 foot nothing, and he was 6 foot, and he just like ran up to her and like tried kissing her and stuff, and then security had to intervene and stuff. Terrible situation. And she's had lots of problems. Lots of problems with sounds awful. Emaru? I don't know her. I don't really watch. The only Other than Venora, you know, she put. Does any? Oh, there's another from South Africa, Miss Hyde. She streams, right? The only other female streamers that I know are, you know, is Sweet Anita, and then the other ones are just because of their fame would be Amarith. But I've never really watched. I mean, I watched Amarith a little bit, and then I know the Corn Stars. You know, Adriana Chechnik and Sasha Grey. And that's about it. Essentially, try to say these things happen. I guess I would have to see the context. It's just, it's wild that these bigger female streamers have to have private security. It just blows my mind that how bad that can be. It sounds like a nightmare where every time you go out into public, you have to be like concerned. I saw Imaru made like a 48 minute long video. I watched like the first minute of it and I was like, yeah, okay. She seemed cool. They said they were going to make a way of getting Null out of Battle World where you can fight Null on an individual non-alliance-based situation. That they wanted to implement a system for getting Null by fighting Null. I would expect that there will be a reversal of all of that. So does Twitch actually do the event, or is it a separate entity? Yeah, it is, right? It's a Twitch event. So it's Amazon, right? Amazon, that guy's accountable to Amazon, right? The CEO of Twitch. A permanent solo event against Null. That's what Hype MSF, that's what I had heard or was expecting. Yeah, I suppose, I don't even think Twitch has ever been profitable, really. shit. All right, I got some information that's under embargo, and I got to make a video. The video will be out soon, but I'm going to end the stream and go make the video because I can't make the video while the embargo is in place. So that means I have to end the stream to make the video. But the video will be out soon. I don't know what's in the blog. I just got that there was some information for me to make a video, but I don't know what the information is. I haven't opened the file yet. Maybe it's nothing and I'm ending the stream for nothing. Yeah, let's go raid Zero Cold. My phone is, my desktop is really laggy right now. Okay, bye. All right. All right, Thunder Strike. All right, Thunderstrike is going to be the next legendary character. Going to be a lot of synergy with Blastar. And in general, not everybody, but more people were satisfied with the performance of Quasar than Blastar. I did see quite a few people unimpressed with Blastar. Some people did like Blastar, just depended on who you talk to. But he's going to be complimentary to Blastar, and he's going to work well at the end of the day when we get Annihilus as a full team with the legendary characters and Annihilus. So this is kind of exciting. Looks like he's going to be very powerful inside of Crucible. Now, what remains to be seen is that there are going to be situations where you can use Blastar on one team and him on another team, but it looks like it's going to synergize well together. In the strike spot, they did mention that he would work well with Blastar and, let's say, Phoenix Force. And then they also suggested, as we know, that there's going to be another member of Phoenix Force, because Phoenix Force is going to play out in the same way that Undying has, only the Crucible version of Undying. Passive on this guy is super interesting. Let's read the information. The Chapter 3 legend, Annihilus Invasion, is a threatening the existence of Nexus Earth and reality itself. Nick Fury is calling on the Asgardian ranks for Strike's next legend in the fight against Annihilus, Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike is the third of 3 essential legends you need to unlock to challenge Annihilus at the finale of Age of Annihilus. Through Chapter 3, you'll collect Thunderstrike character shards from the command center, just like we've been doing with Blastar and also Quasar. Thunderstrike, once an ordinary architect named Eric Masterson, fake struck like lightning when he crossed paths with Thor himself. After proving his courage and nobility in battle, Eric was granted an enchanted mace called Thunderstrike, transforming him into a modern-day hero, imbued with Asgardian strength, endurance, and command over thunder and lightning. Wielding his mighty weapon, Eric took up the mantle of Thunderstrike, immortal with a heart of a god, protecting both Earth and the realms beyond. A cosmic crucible storm, Thunderstrike legendary power strikes with maximum force and cosmic crucible offense. He sustains his allies with support mainstays like heals, hellsteals, and barrier for specific characters via charge mechanic that he powers up himself with his basic. Thunderstrike also forges support by blinding enemies with 2 abilities, applying ability block to heroes, and stealing ability energy from villains. A lot of people are thinking that this means that a curse will probably have to go from defense to offense because of the way the kit reads. Let's go a little bit further. Legendary duo with Blastar. Thunderstrike doesn't usurp Blastar's throne. He rules beside him and electrifies the kingdom. This Asgardian legend complements Blastar in battle while also acting as a bomb burst, battery, and personal medic. Thunderstrike calls in Blastar for assists on his special and ultimate abilities. Now, my understanding is that these assists are coded differently and the text works differently. So that, like, the anti-assist passives like Echo will not apply to this Thunderstrike Blastar. We'll read more about that when we get there. Powering up Blastar's bomb burst mechanic for earlier detonation. Thunderstrike also specifically distributes stolen health to Blastar as well as barriers him with his charge mechanic. Together with key theory crafting, Thunderstrike and Blastar can rule top Crucible defenses like accursed and tricky Illuminati combinations. Feast thine eyes on Thunderstrike's Kit of the Gods. All right, Hero Global Mystic Support Legendary. 126. All right, we're going to go to the passive because there's a lot there. Not simple. It's pretty crazy, actually. All right, his passive, and there's going to be Awakened passive, of course. It seems like that's how they're indirectly monetizing these free legendaries, is with Awakens, right? On turn, heal self for 20% of its character's max health. Cool. this character has charge, bury yourself, a blaster ally, and all Asgardian allies for 10% of this character's max health, and then lose 1 charge. Might work with Odin, right? When an enemy attacks his character or an ally, attack the enemy for damage. On Crucible offense, steal 10% of this character's max health from the target and redistribute 200% of health stolen to yourself and a random Blastar ally. This bypasses heal block. Okay. So that's a passive attack, if you will. On Crucible offense, until this character completes a turn, enemies cannot gain defense up and allies cannot gain offense down. Now, this is where it gets bonkers and changes pretty much the whole kit in my mind. It just says like right here. All right, so that's the same. That's the same. And aggregate says the same. On Crucible offense, steal. That's the same. Bypass on Crucible offense until this character completes a turn. Same. Enemies cannot gain defense up and allies cannot gain offense down. If Blaster is an ally until this character takes a turn, enemies cannot fill speed bar for themselves or enemies. Does not apply to speed bar gains through normal means. If Blaster is an ally, enemies cannot have their speed or resistance increased except by positive effects. Yeah, this changes him entirely. It's almost like a different character with that awakened ability. It's entirely different. This is not the cherry on top that just makes it a little bit better. This is an entire extra scoop of ice cream, with whipped cream and cherries, as opposed to just getting a single serving cup. This is not just a luxury passive on his awakened ability. That's bonkers better. Much, much, much better. His ultimate, Rolling Thunder, energy cost, apply blind to a support enemy, attack all enemies for 400% piercing, apply trauma and steal 10% health from all enemies and redistribute the health stolen to self and a Blaster ally. This bypasses heal block. On Crucible offense, apply safeguard, defense up, and immunity, and a random Blaster ally. Okay. Call a random Blaster ally to assist. The attack is unavoidable. Yeah, and this is not inherently obvious to me, but maybe I interpreted the strike time video wrong, but they said that those, like, the Forge anti-assist mechanic doesn't apply to this. All right, I think I heard that correctly, right? All right, what do we got here? What are they going to add here? We got a lot of extra stuff, like on Crucible offense. All right, before the attack, reduce the duration of all positive effects on all enemies by 2. It's not even the same. That is so much better than that. Primary target is a villain and steal up to 2 ability integers. So we had that before with like Star-Lord T'Challa from the primary target. If the primary target is a hero, apply ability block instead. Apply safeguard, defense up, immunity, self, and a random Blaster ally. Call a random Blaster ally to assist. Attack is also unavoidable. Yeah. This right here, reduce the duration of all positive effects on all enemies by 2. Changes everything. That is a entirely different effect, and again, not just the cherry on the top. That is an extra scoop of ice cream. All right, special energy cost 4/4. Attack primary adjacent targets for 300% damage. Apply blind to primary target. Clear 2 random negative effects from self and all allies. Heal self and all allies for 20% of this character's max health. On Crucible offense, apply blind to adjacent targets. Steal 20% health, primary adjacent targets, and redistribute the health stolen from self and a Blaster ally. This bypasses heal block. Call a random Blaster ally to assist. So you got to think also that this is going to greatly enhance Blaster's ability to get those bomb bursts, right? Because when he gets to 5, his ultimate starts like just exploding the board. All right. Fantastic. And then we've got the basic attack, which has an awakened also. Attack primary adjacent targets and apply bleed. Ooh, on a basic, gain 1 charge. Great. Attack primary adjacent targets for damage, apply bleed, and then also gain charge. But the awakened ability This is on Crucible offense. Reduce the duration of regeneration on primary and adjacent targets by 2. That seems like a luxury. Okay, that does seem like a cherry on top. That seems like a luxury awakened ability. ISO 8 counterattack assist. Attack primary target for damage and bleed. Also gain charged. And then the same thing there. It just adds that. The charge is pretty important. I'm trying to think if I would want to do a striker on this guy because of the charge. On turn, if this character has charge, bury yourself, a blaster ally, and all Asgardian allies for 10% of this character's max health and then lose 1 charge. That's cool. I don't know how super important that is. I mean, it's not like a turn meter or an extra bomb burst like it is on Blastar, but it's still useful. I mean, I guess there might be a way of justifying striker. It depends on the turn order of the team, I suppose. Let me know what you think about all this. I'm a little bit concerned about these awakened abilities. And I don't know if the policy over there has changed. But when they started doing these awakened abilities, the way it was presented to me was exactly the analogy I said towards the middle of the video. You might have thought it like a strange analogy, and I was kind of making a little dig at the developers because they said that these awakened abilities were supposed to be a cherry on the top, like an extra perk. This seems like an entirely better kit. Reducing, the negative effects, all this extra stuff right here, preventing speed bar. Blaster Island enemies cannot have their speed and resistance increased except by positive effects. That's kind of like an Emma X, man, passive. Yeah, that's not even the same. That's not the same. That's way, way, way more than a cherry on the top. And this is going to fuel sales, right? So we have to see how these are offered to the community. Is it going to be through a Scourge, or we're going to be able to buy it inside of the chapter store, or is this going to be $35? Spend monies. I don't know. Bye for now.